Hello, everyone, and welcome to our final report for part one of the Global E-Commerce Talent Program. Today, we are going to show you a little bit of what we did with Alibaba Business School and the University of Celaya. This was as a part, again, of the Global E-Commerce Talent Program, where we are looking to be certified as marketing consultants, digital marketing consultants. Anyway. Unit 1, this was when we did a PEST report on the current and projected state of digital economy in Mexico. So we analyzed political, economical, social, cultural, and technological factors that might affect the digital economy. We also interviewed 3 different experts, which you can see on your screen right now, and which you may be able to find on our YouTube channel. So what did we learn in Unit 1?
I think we learned more about our environment in Mexico, when it comes to e-commerce in Mexico. And also we got like different opinions and visions of the e-commerce because we interview experts in different areas like social or marketing, and one that lead the marketing area in a huge business. So that was basically what we learned on Unit 1.
Yeah, I think it was like a great experience to sort of expand our understanding of the digital economy. We had different opinions, and we had, especially with the PEST analysis, I think we had a great opportunity to learn, so we could later give our clients that knowledge, so they could also understand how the digital economy can benefit them and what impact it's going to have in the next few years. Unit 2, this was storytelling. We interviewed and then later made a storytelling video for Santi P. He's the owner of a business that works entirely digitally. He sells clothes over the platform Instagram, and he also has other e-commerce platforms that he has experience with. Currently, he only works on Instagram, I think. And yeah, we made a little video to sort of show how his business began and how the digital economy has benefited him greatly. So what did we learn?
We learn more about e-commerce and digitalization, and that in social media. Due to non-gender being only on Instagram, we came to know how a small business could grow a lot with Instagram, and how knowing your market is so important because, for example, Santiago knew what he was, who he was selling to, and that helped him with his idea and with the with what he posts on Instagram, and that helped us to understand more about our business, the one we are helping, and how we could use this and implement it in La Vencedora Cafeteria.
Right, totally, I think. Especially the storytelling part. Because what we study, we have some experience with video production, but also I think when it comes to marketing strategies, storytelling is very, very powerful from the beginning of our studies in communication. We have always been hearing so much about how storytelling is so powerful, and I think we are going to use it a lot come the new units when we start talking more about marketing as such. Anyways, Unit 3. These are our interviewees, because at this point we began working formally with La Vencedora Cafeteria, which is a business right here in Celaya, and we had to look for their customer persona, as in who is buying from them. We identified, of course, that the area that they were most selling to were women, in their, I think it was late 40s, something like that, or maybe late 40s, I'm not sure. Anyways, this little picture over here and that name, that is the name of our customer persona. This is the person we are selling to. Yeah. What did we learn?
We understood the importance of knowing, like really knowing your user persona. We had to not only we had to ask and also create polls and then narrow the information to understand the needs and wants of our clients in order to know what we could do for them to actually want to buy cajeta, and it was difficult.
Yes, I think we found that we are having some difficulties with following the program with our business because we are in the end helping a really small local business that does traditional things. But I think there is some fun in the challenge, you know, like we are coming into this completely fresh, and I think we are bringing them lots of new ideas, and we actually, that's what we are going to see with the next few units. This is unit 4, where I'm looking at my face and it's making me laugh. This is unit 4, where we presented our ideas of how digital economy can help their business. Of course, we also presented like our customer persona and everything that they needed to know to follow along with us in this journey. But I think mostly this was about our plans for digitalization, right? What did we learn right here?
In Unit 4, we put into practice everything we learned in the other units in order to create a strategy to digitalize our clients' business. It was kind of difficult because they aren't too familiar with a lot of digital business, so we had to try and convince them of the benefits. They found it really appealing, but at the same time, they didn't know how to do it, but that's what we are here for. And we just had to create ideas and pitch them to them.
Yes, definitely. I think one of the biggest, most important skills that we are working on right now is pitching. But as part of the program and as ourselves as a company, we have a constant need to be explaining to people what we do and how it can benefit them and what they can gain from us. And I think we're really learning how to grow that pitching muscle to be able to explain to people everything that we know in a way that they can understand it without having to explain all the background, everything that goes behind it. And unit 5 was also about pitching. You can see these pictures right here because at this point, what we had to pitch was technological improvements for the company. And a lot of what we found was, of course, how to streamline the candy making process, because in the end, La Vencedora, they make traditional candy. And so we found like machines that can package for you, that can even do the process of making the candy for you. But, and I'm gonna steal your part right here, I think this was one of the hardest units entirely. Like the whole point of going up to management and being like, hey, we can change your business with technology. They were a little bit scared, I think, of the whole thing, because in the end, like, they have been doing what they do for decades, you know, like, and they have done it a certain way for decades, you know, almost a century, I think. And this is a process that has been passed down generation to generation, and the idea of coming and changing it all with the machine, like they're really worried that they might lose their quality, that they might lose the tradition that goes behind it. And while we didn't really achieve anything at this point, like we were not able to convince them to buy any type of machine because they didn't want to lose their quality or whatever, I think we did get some very important insight about that, you know, that we are going to pull back later when we are doing like the marketing and everything, about how they really care about the quality of the products. They really care about their history, and that's, I think that's really important, you know.
I just think we did our best when it's just like Maffer said, is just a really traditional business, and trying to put technology into it is kind of difficult. Like in marketing wise, we can do that, and they were really excited. For example, we tried to combine tradition with technology by pitching the idea of a small documentary about the history of the business in order to achieve this part on the user persona, in which people didn't buy cajeta because they felt it was expensive. So we thought that by making people understand the history behind the product and the tradition behind it, they will understand why it has the price it does. So that's basically where we try to make this fusion between technology and tradition, and between the brand and technology, because there's really not much we could do when it came to the actual process. Even if we wanted, even if we knew it came with benefits like lowering the prices and stuff, they wouldn't have it because it will mean to take away this historical part. So that's that. We tried our best.
Yeah, we really did. And I think, well, anyways, this is the end of part one, and we are really excited going into part two. And I really think we learned a lot right here, and I really look forward, especially to the marketing side of things, because even if we might not completely change like their whole process of production or the logistics or whatever, I think we have something really interesting when it comes to history and storytelling. And that, in the end, no matter how much we learn about logistics and everything else, I think that's our strong suit, and that's okay. You know, like we can really help them from what we know and what we are learning. And I don't know, I think it was a very interesting few months, and yeah, I'm really looking forward for part two.